Hey, Isabel here, and in this video I'm going to show you 10 popular bass patterns to help give your songs weight. In case you want to follow along, there's a Midi pack in the description containing all the bass patterns from this video. Feel free to start using them in your own music. Let's get bassy. Pattern 1, root 5th root. You might be thinking to yourself, Isabel, that's way too simple. It's not interesting. I quit. What I would say to you is, no, bass is the foundation. Keep the bass simple and the rest of your music will have the support necessary to succeed. Think of songs like Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash, or Love Me Do by the Beatles, and My Girl by the Temptations. They all use it. The reason that this bass line works so well is that the root and the fifth of the scale are the most neutral sounding notes. The root is the first note of the chord, and the fifth of the chord always leads nicely back to the root. Simple. All right, number 2, follow that bass drum. If you're playing with a drummer, they might already have an incredible groove going. All you have to do is follow the rhythm. A bass pattern that complements the bass drum creates a driving force that shan't be messed with. It's good enough for superstars like Justin Bieber in his song Hold On, Harry Styles' Watermelon Sugar, and you can hear it in the classic In the Stone by Earth, Wind & Fire. So you're in good company. It makes sense, right? When the bass and the bass drum team up as one instrument, you get a punch in the face. It can hit pretty hard. You have the foundation and smack of the bass drum and the note from the bass instrument. Smack! Bass line number 3 is heavy eighths. Keeping those eighth notes going is another great way to build a solid foundation. It's no wonder that artists like U2 used it in one of their biggest hits, With or Without You. Shout out to The Weeknd's Save Your Tears, Teenage Riot by Sonic Youth, and so many more. This pattern outlines the pulse and sets up any secondary groove for success. It's perfect to layer over without having to worry about what's going on down under. U2 is from Ireland. Pattern number 4, the slap. I mean, you've obviously heard this sound before. Is it a pattern though? Is it a sound? It's a pattern, I think. 1 second. Hello? Yes? The Bass Players Federation of Earth? It's Isabel Vanos calling. I just wanted to confirm that slap bass is both a sound and a pattern. Yeah. Correct. Okay. Okay, great. Thanks so much. Yeah. Oh no, I will see you at the Christmas party. How is Diane? I mean, it's technically an articulation, but don't tell the Federation that. The actual pattern exists within the slap, and you'll commonly find it in fast 16th note rhythms that get super funky. It's the raw energy in songs like Aeroplane by Red Hot Chili Peppers, Take the Power Back by Rage Against the Machine, and of course, the Seinfeld theme. What's the deal with the B-movie? It should just be in everything. Why isn't it? You tell me in the comments now. And yes, I know the Seinfeld theme was actually played on a keyboard, not a bass guitar. Probably leaving it in the comments right now, but hey, that's okay. We love comments. It really helps with the algorithm. Pattern number 5, Bootsy on the 1. It's a funk thing. This next pattern definitely warrants some kind of shinier wardrobe change, but hopefully you can just add some kind of dazzling top hat in post. Thanks to artists like Dua Lipa and Charlie Puth, funk bass patterns are making a major comeback. These amazing grooves were made popular by Bootsy Collins, a legendary bassist who played with James Brown and other game-changing funk groups. Bootsy was known for slapping, but his bass lines were all about beat 1 and leaving space. Having a heavy note on the first beat of the bar and adding funky little ghost notes in between helps make things feel really fun and bouncy, while also creating a great foundation for expressive vocals. Funk patterns are also looped over and over, with slight variations here and there, which is perfect for getting dancers to fall into a sort of trance. Perfect segue. Next up is trance. Alright, so we're getting more into the electronic genres now, so I've put down the bass and set up a synth. Here's one of the most popular bass patterns in trance music. Feel that pumping? Trance bass gets its character from its compression being sidechained to the driving kick drum. You'll often hear 16th note arpeggiation too. Add those two components together and you're basically ready to headline your next local rave. BYO glow sticks. You'll hear this bass pattern in tons of tracks by Armin van Buuren, one of the most respected names in trance music. Since the bass ducks down in volume with every kick drum, it really gives the impression that the music is alive, going up and down, breathing in and out, putting the listener in a kind of trance.
Is it up? Is it?
Whoa, sorry about that. I think I just saw time. When am I? Next up, the melodic. Bass is usually holding down the low end, but that doesn't mean you can't let it sing. Yeah! Think of songs like Come Together by the Beatles or Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. Now, this really only works if your arrangement calls for it. It's a great place to feature the bassist and have them step into the spotlight. Alternatively, if you've got a killer bass patch going on, you can chuck some of your Midi notes up the octave. Number 8, 808. Ha! 808s are all over modern music these days, and for good reason. Thanks to some creative resampling, the original kick drum sample from the Roland 808 drum machine was able to become the massively epic bass sound that we know and love. One of my favorite songs where the 808 bass line gets to shine is in Formation by Beyonce. And check out Dior by Pop Smoke.
When it rains, it pours. She liked the way
If you ever find yourself making this face, you're probably listening to an 808 bass line. 808s are the perfect low end to take up tons of real estate in a mix, get blasted through subwoofers, and they've got some serious attitude. If an 808 and I were in a fight, I would put my money on the 808 every time. But violence is never the answer. Stay in school. Compost. Number 9, Octaves. This one is a classic. It has the ability to make any song dance floor worthy. These bad boys can be heard on older hits like YMCA by the Village People and on new bangers like Midnight Sky by Miley Cyrus. You can even hear an octave pattern in the underground theme of Super Mario Bros. Jumping between the lower and higher octaves is one of the easiest and most fun ways to bring so much more energy to a bass line. Octave bass grooves add a bouncy, danceable quality without overcomplicating the song's arrangement. Pattern number 10, dotted eighths. Final stop, Groove City. Population, so much grooviness. Official language, groove. Nailed it! You can really hear how this bass pattern complements the simple kick drum in most future house tracks. But you can also hear it add an extra layer of soul on old Motown hits. Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak definitely used it in their retro hit Leave the Door Open. It's also really popular in Latin and reggaeton music. This pattern is all over so many genres, and it makes sense. This is undeniably one of the most popular bass rhythms out there. That smooth yet stuttery syncopation is pure magique. It's simultaneously punchy and delicate. And depending on what the kick drum is doing, it can either make your body want to groove along like this, or dance your face off like this. There are so many great bass patterns to choose from. We really don't have time to cover them all. Why choose just one? Think of the song Special Affair by The Internet. They used roots and fifths, heavy eighths, and it's melodic, all in the same song. So, do you have a favorite you'd like to share? Let us know in the comments below. Stay bassy, everybody.
Perfect.
Expressive vocals. Yeah, right, I'm gonna get this. I can do this. Versatile or versatile? Most versatile bass.
Let's get bassy.
What? What? Why is my ass asleep? You rolling? All right. It's an aeroplane. I don't think either of us got the melody. Seriously, my butt's numb. Nice one. You know why? It's because I'm ready.